This is The Girl He Wished, a Paige King mystery, Book 4, written by Blake Pierce, narrated by Susannah Resnikoff. Chapter 1. Meredith Park couldn't shake the feeling that she was being watched as she slowly started to get ready to leave the restaurant at the Lexington Ren Fair. Which was silly, because of course she was being watched. Being watched was a large part of her job there at the Ren Fair. Even if she actually was just there to serve food and make sure that the kitchens didn't overcook the roast suckling pig, she knew that she was as much a part of the act of the place as any of the performers there. Just looking around now, there were at least a dozen people watching her performance. "I hope your meal was okay," Meredith said, offering a smile to a young couple who had come in wearing their own interpretations of medieval dress, both of them wearing chainmail that looked like they'd put it together at home from loops of plastic and then spray-painted it. She set the bill down for them and made her way around to the next table, gently working her way towards the exit. Meredith wouldn't be able to leave until she'd cleared the last tables, checked her share of the tips, and made sure that the others were okay before she headed home. It wasn't easy being a wench. That was Meredith Park's official job title, serving wench at the court of King Arthur. Because apparently the people who ran the Lexington Ren Fair thought that was the most period-appropriate way to describe their staff members. Meredith wasn't entirely sure that it was the job title she would have chosen for herself if they'd asked, but they hadn't. At the same time, though, Meredith had to admit that she loved working there in the restaurant of the Ren Fair. She loved the enjoyment that people got from visiting, and she loved the enthusiasm that some of them showed. The cosplayers always loved to get involved, piecing together chainmail at home and sewing dresses that made the ones Meredith had to wear for work look drab by comparison. Some days it was hard to tell the visitors from the people who worked there, although it helped that Meredith knew everyone who worked there. They all passed through the restaurant sooner or later. Meredith bussed the last of the tables in her section, then handed over to the next wench on duty. She smiled and waved as she left the restaurant in one last piece of the performance. She always went home in her work clothes, because no one there wanted to see the medieval servant who had just been providing their food come out in jeans and a t-shirt. Meredith had majored in history at college, so taking a job at the local Renaissance fair while she tried to work out what else she wanted to do with her life had seemed like a great option. And it was, just as long as Meredith didn't pay too much attention.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?